I want to also talk about some of the hurdles and what happens if your card doesn't get activated, all the bad things that can also happen. So you're prepared for that.
Yes, I've had some of the situations where I would see a cashier scanning cards and then they're moving cards on the desk and they scan one card, but then they put it back in the pile. And after some time, I would say to the cashiers, are you sure that's the one you scanned? And with certain cashiers, if they make mistakes like that, then maybe I could put the transaction in my own hands, hand them cards one at a time to avoid those issues. What do you think about that?
Yeah. So that's a very good one. I had that experience. I like to do it at self-checkout machine because I'm in full control. I can see what's happening in front of the screen. But there are times when you go to customer service and you want to buy 10 cards. And guess what? They don't have a good system. They will try to scan the same card 2 times. And then they will forget to scan the card. So in the end, you will run into issues. This is the reason why, Justin, I hate to go to customer service. I like to be at self-checkout.
Yeah, I've seen some stores, not Kroger, I'm not in Kroger country, but some signs on the gift card rack that say you have to go to customer service to
Right.
buy the gift cards. And sometimes they'd be really at the self checkout and be monitoring what people are doing. It might be a fate with some stores making up their own rules, even though it's not a corporate policy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so what happens? So the cashier, you ask the cashier, oh, are you sure that's the correct card? But then it ends up not being, or the system glitches in some way and it says card not activated. What's typically happening at that point?
I want to start by saying that I think Kroger is probably the most friendly store when it comes to handle the inactivated cards. And I'm telling this with the experience of buying cards in different stores. At Kroger, what happens is sometimes you buy a card and you will actually finish even paying for it. But in the end, the machine will say, oh, there is some error and they could not activate some of your gift cards. The good thing is, again, I just said, Kroger is very transparent about it. They will not let you leave the store without you knowing that some of your cards have not activated. What the cashier will do, or they are supposed to do, is they will press the refund button. They will enter the amount for the card that did not activate. So in our example, in this case, out of $1,500 Best Buy, the 500 one did not activate. So they will enter the $500 amount. You will insert your card again and you will get money back on the card. In the situation where the cashier is not very knowledgeable, just call the number on the receipt that goes to Kroger Corporate. And I just said, they will ask you some question about, hey, which date did you purchase? Give me the last 4 digits of the card that will be on your receipt. And then they will take care of that. So just don't panic. Kroger knows how to handle that.
Oh, that's really good. What about if the fuel points don't add? You're confident the cashier entered the number, but maybe it didn't, or maybe the system had some malfunction. You look at the receipt to see if the fuel points added, and then they're not on there. What happens in that case?
You have some options. If somehow, for whatever reason, your fuel points do not show up in your account, or you don't see them on the receipt, just do a chat with Kroger. That is the best way. First of all, don't try to get the points in the store because the store employees do not have any power there. So in this scenario,